welcome to my video and my channel. My name is Deb and this is DebLevArt. And today I have for you my finished painting. This is the third painting in my Lemuria series. So the past life in a place called Lemuria. And so this one is about a weedy sea dragon. Now, I looked it up and I really tried to make it fit. There are no weedy sea dragons, though there were none in Australia, in Lemuria at the time. So Lemuria would be like in part of Australia. And I tried to make it fit and it wouldn't work. Everything I looked into said, no, the weedy sea dragon did not have anything to do with Lemuria. It's a different part of Australia. But I didn't care. I thought it was so cute and I kind of made my own and tweaked some things to make it, you know, fit. It's a Lemurian weedy sea dragon because I said so. Anyway, but this weedy sea dragon, there's some symbolism to it. They kind of are known to just float and go with the flow in the water, right? The bottom of the sea. And they just kind of chill out and ride the waves, and they're the symbol for not being in this resistance mode. And I thought, you know, this is really fitting because I had been, over the last couple of months, been feeling some resistance just to changes in my life and endings, and it just seemed really fitting, and it, you know, it was super cute and I wanted to paint it. It's actually a male one. And anyway, so I'm painting this and I'm noticing, especially over the course of the Lionsgate portal and then the eclipse that happened this week, was really bringing up a lot of resistance for me. So I thought it was really fitting to kind of talk about it. And then the last couple of days, including this morning, I wasn't even sure if I could make a video at all today. I had such deep anger that was coming up for me, and it was just old, and I guess some of it was new. There's even more endings that are happening in my life, and it is tough. And I just really feel like right now I feel unseen, I feel unheard. I am lonely because I don't have the friendships and some family that I did and I was so used to having in my life. And although I've made room for new to come in, that still has not come in yet. It's only been, you know, a couple of months really, or even over the course of 6 months to a year. Nonetheless, that I think just got to me, and the eclipse really will pull that out of you, especially me, who's very sensitive to anything astrologically. I am a Pisces sun, I'm a Pisces rising, and there's another Pisces in one of my houses, another one. So I have what's called a trine. And so I am a deep, deep feeling human being. And I love that. And it's also very much a curse too, but I wouldn't change it for the world. But anyway, I feel things on an incredibly deep level. And the eclipse, I took a salt bath. The day of the eclipse, I am in the Midwest. So it was like a partial, it just got like kind of shady, and it was cloudy here anyway. But that eclipse, I took a salt bath, and it was very difficult for me to stay in the salt bath. I could just feel like this energy getting pulled out of me. It was just this uncomfortable, unsettling feeling that was just coming over me. And that can happen in the salt baths. And then today I just had like this fit of anger and just like bawling coming out of me, and a little spirit will only let that last for a few seconds anymore these days. Spirit's like, you're done. We're all donesies now. Move along, go and upgrade. So I get it, but in my salt bath today felt extra good. Like it just felt relaxing and calm. But I wanted to kind of talk about like what I do when that anger comes up. And I know a lot of spiritual, in the spiritual community, and people will say, oh, people spiritual bypass. And I think I started out my journey years ago, spiritually bypassing things and trying to positive my way out of it. And that never worked. Yeah. And I do find, I think it felt really good to have permission by a Reiki healer that I see. And she said, the best way to get anger out is physically. And I thought, you know what? You're right. And I have a kickboxing bag in my basement. I have punching gloves, and I actually hit yesterday, I hit the punching bag so hard in kind of a weird angle that it kind of hurt, like, I don't know, went back into my arm, and like it's hard to like straighten my elbow a little. So I need to be really careful, even if I'm angry. But that is what I do. I lift weights. I'll go for a bike ride. Unless I'm really angry, I will take it out on that kickboxing bag. I am not the artist who gets angry and then goes and paints. It doesn't work well for me, or drawing or creating when I'm angry. It does when I'm sad. When I'm angry, it's like aggression that has to come out of me. So yeah, I just thought, I think the typical, you know, conclusion, if you're an artist, you take out your anger on the canvas, and I'm just not. I don't do that. I have to work it out physically. So yeah, I put on my boxing gloves and just go to town, sometimes just yell, and it feels a whole lot better. And then I think eventually too, there's, you know, they always say there's so much emotion under the anger iceberg, or whatever you want to call it, and there's always sadness for me. So I think that's what the tears were about. But releasing the anger, releasing tears, releasing emotion helps with releasing resistance. And I always notice if I hang on to it, the anger, the resistance, then nothing will flow. I just am irritated all day, and it'll last for more than a day, of course, until I get rid of it. And so, yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about what I've been going through, and I'm sure many others, it's part of the collective for sure. But painting this actually it did make me feel a little better, but I wasn't painting when I'm angry. I refuse to paint these beautiful paintings. You'll see it in the video. I was going to hold it up, but it's big. When I'm angry, because I don't want to put that energy into these paintings. So anyway, yeah, today's all about resistance and how to, you know, you gotta just feel it to get out of the resistance, and then it will flow. I'm a big believer in that. It happens every time. For me, it's just every couple of weeks, I think. So it just keeps coming up every so often. But yeah, so I just want to talk about that. And in the video, I kind of take you through my process here. I did finish and add some gold leaf, which I love. I used some flakes too. I'm not sure if I'm loving the use of the little tiny flakes, just to try and save some, but you know, in the future we'll see. But yeah, my next painting is coming up. I already have an idea for it in a poem ready to roll, so that will be coming next. And yeah, thank you. Stay tuned for more, and please subscribe and like, comment. I would love to interact with you in the comment section. I'm also on YouTube Shorts and Instagram, and I'm trying to upload on TikTok, even though, I don't know, like, having some issues on there. But yeah, please give me a follow. It's at DebLevArt everywhere, basically. And thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. I just had the most fun creating these little sea coral, and I got my inspiration from the Ernest Haeckel book that has all the botanical drawings, and then I just I put that way to the side and then get out my sketchbook and make some inspired drawings and then put them together. And I just love using my imagination. For a while there, I was making some more realistic paintings, but this is really kind of speaks more to, my heart and soul is coming up with these really whimsical sea coral, and some are inspired by or from the Great Barrier Reef and taken from the Great Barrier Reef images, those purple little I guess you can call them like fingerling looking sea coral coming up from the bottom. And then also painting the weedy sea dragon. The little bubbles that you see are actually the eggs that the male carries. I thought it was the female, obviously, that, is the norm for carrying little eggs and babies. And it was really cool to find out that the males with the weedy sea dragons are the one who carry the eggs, and they're just so bright and bold and beautiful. And then, this little, almost like a sea cucumber kind of thing, popping up into the air or into the sea, but underneath the water, but sticking up. This I just love. I came up with these little seed pods that kind of just stick out from the little sea cucumber. So kind of good time enjoying my imagination with this. This is where I'm using the gold leaf scraps, and I kind of had maybe like a kind of second guessing, like, do I actually want to save these and use them on a big painting like this? I didn't actually end up, it's actually a really good quality gold leaf for artists, but I didn't end up liking all the flake textures that it left. So I think I'm going to really limit my use to just the bigger pieces that are left over. I hate to do that because I hate to be wasteful. I mean, I might use it for, you know, something else in the future and just save the little gold pieces. It wasn't overly expensive or anything, but yeah, I'd rather have like this shiny that you're going to see here, that shiny gold just sticking out instead of all those little scraps of flakes that end up leaving like these texture marks. So I think that's maybe a change I'll do in the future for gold leaf.